If you're watching this, ask yourself a question. When's the last time you genuinely tested yourself? When's the last time you genuinely felt challenged? Win or lose, you can be a hero if you just fight. Win or lose, you can be a hero if you make the brave decision. There are so many men of history we remember who didn't even win every time. Napoleon lost. He's still famous. His name's still etched into history. You can't escape the baselines of the universe. There are some laws which can't be broken. They can't be broken. They're universal laws. You need to have the bravery about you. I don't care what happens to me in this case or any other. I know I always made the brave choice. And I can sleep in a jail cell just fine knowing I chose the brave option. I don't know how most of you are going through life never choosing the brave option. And think, oh, but I'm just being safe. It's cope. Safety's for women and children. It's not for men. And you have to make a decision now as a man, knowing you're going to lose, knowing you don't stand a chance, whether you're going to get in there and fight or you're going to come up with a bunch of excuses why you won't. You're looking for a reason not to do it, and you found a reason because someone told you not to do it. If you're going to go through life looking for people to tell you not to do something, you're always going to find somebody. This isn't about what anyone else wants to do. It's about you. What's your excuse? Oh, I have work in a few days. I have a black eye. So you can go in there like a man. Why are you so scared of losing? What's the worst that's going to happen? You have a black eye, you'll heal. When's the last time you even pushed yourself to do anything? When's the last time you got punched in the face? I miss my black eyes. The people who didn't fight, I think, got beaten worse than the ones who did, because they had to look in the mirror every single day for the next year or whatever it took for them to eventually come fight. They felt like cowards. There's nothing worse as a man than the feeling of cowardice. And the ones who fought went through the physical risk and went through the fear to make sure they didn't have to feel like a coward, because that's the worst thing a man can ever feel like. And if you're honest with yourself right now when you're watching this, a lot of you should feel like cowards. You weren't brave during COVID. You didn't get kicked off a flight. You wore your mask and you listened to your boss. You're scared of getting in a situation that you can't completely control. You don't challenge yourself. You don't test yourself. You go on the odd holiday, pretend you're rich and bang some girls, and you think that makes you a somebody. It doesn't make you a somebody. Nobody cares. You're still a loser. You're a loser. Because you've never been through the pain. All of the bad things that happen to you are the only things that are going to prevent you from being a loser. You need the difficulty. You need the suffering. I'm tired of people emailing me going, oh, this bad things happen to me. Good. That's why you get to be somebody who matters. All of the people whose lives go well all of the time aren't men. Men are the guys who stand up and say, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, and I'm still alive. We're supposed to be broken. We're supposed to be imperfect. Femininity is perfection. Masculinity is being a damaged human who is still competent and capable. You can even apply this to the way men and women look. We want women to look perfect. If a man looks perfect, women find it repulsive. They find it feminine and gay. They want you to look broken. They want you to look like someone's tried to kill you. That's what they want you to look like. They've tried to kill this man. He's covered in scars and he's big and huge, and they've tried to kill him, but he is still alive. That's the entire point. Because what you're doing, you want to go on holidays, you want to do all this garbage so you feel a tinge of it. But when's the last time you sat down and thought, I have to make this work? I have to perform. I need every single ounce of my strength and my capability and my competence to get myself in a situation where I can pull this off. When's the last time you've done it? And you're going to probably realize, if you analyze hard enough, that you may not have done it your entire adult life. You've been avoiding these kind of situations because you're scared of the consequence. And one of the worst things about this new social media or generation, everything's on camera, everything ends up on the internet. People are scared of losing their reputation, scared of losing their egos. We didn't care. We turned up and we fought. We won, we lost, but we turned up and we fought like men. Nowadays you have people sitting there going, oh, I want to fight, but I want to win, and I want the video, and I don't want to look stupid, and their ego gets in the way, and it's their ego preventing them from growing. And then, heaven forbid, they make a little bit of money on a crypto pump. Then they have to go through life trying to pretend they're something they're not, because they have money now and they want to pretend they're a G. Oh, well, I've got money and I've got this nice car. Nobody cares. Why would they? And it's really important what you said there about putting on a suit and putting on a cigar and renting a Lambo and driving around. All of those things, and I've said this a million times, you're trying to signal that you have money. You're trying to signal that you have wealth. But money is an amplifier. It's not going to change who you are. It's only going to amplify who you are. And if you're the kind of person who will turn up to a random sports hall and fight somebody who you don't know who they are and get in there and do your absolute best to destroy that man, and if you're the kind of person who will go then on to the UFC or go on to be a kickboxing world champion because you don't give up and you keep training, and then you get rich, you have a different aura about you than the person who skips all that part and wants to look like a G. So they get the Lambo and they get the cigar and they get the suit, but they skip all the hardship. And you know what? Predators and women have this amazing sense. I'll tell you something. You may be able to fool a bunch of geeks, You may be able to fool a bunch of geeks with your suit and your cigar standing around, but unless you've been through some difficult things, the men who have been through difficult things and women will smell it on you. And they'll just look at you and go, he's a poser, he's fake. And the worst thing you can do is signal to be something you're not when you're not really about it. You don't want to talk gangster. You don't want to be gangster. You don't want to pretend to be something you're not. You don't want to pretend to be wealthy and pretend to be a G, because eventually someone's going to check you. And if you're not really about it, you're going to then get either hurt, or you're going to cower, or your reputation's going to crumble. You can only fake and lie for so long. God is going to reveal the truth of us all, and the truth about you should be that you're a brave person. Money is easy, but to truly test yourself so the money has value, that's the important part, because being rich is great, but being rich without all the other accolades, without the bravery, without the struggle, without the fact that you're not afraid of anybody, without all the hard things you've been through, without all the difficulty, money alone isn't interesting. In fact, it just makes you a coward and it makes you a target. That's all it does. It's amazing how a loss can be transformative, and how the bad things that happen to us, like I've said endless times, are the most powerful building blocks that you're going to require to be a man of substance.